Hello everybody, welcome back to Cooking with Brenda. Today I'm going to do some stuffed mushrooms. You may not like mushrooms, but we do, and so I'm just going to show you how to do it if you do like them. They're very good, and especially after you stuff them. So you can stuff them with anything you got in the house just about. They're so easy. And you can stuff it with a little bit of everything you got in the house, even better. I've already cleaned my mushrooms and got them ready, but I'm going to show you how I done that with just this little mushroom, okay? I've done washed it and everything. So you see the cap right there, you can take it off, just push it and it'll come off real easy. Now down in there, there's a little bit of gill. It's not enough really to make a difference, but it needs to really, to show you how I done the big one. Honestly, you would use a spoon, but I can't get in there with a spoon. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do it with this knife here, but you can see the gills in there, the brown stuff is coming out, and you just barely touch it, it comes loose, okay? That's all you got to do. I'm just afraid I'm going to cut it. Trying to get the gill out. The gill will make it taste kind of musky like, so you don't want to leave it in there. Look how much come out of this little bitty mushroom. Can you imagine one of those big ones? I ain't sure I got it out of there all the way, but you need to get most of it anyway, as much as you can. Okay, now that's how I done it and cleaned it and done all that stuff to it, okay? See if I can find a little spot for it over here. And I do see one I'd like to get a little more out of, this one. And see, you could just see that gill up in there. And that little bit probably wouldn't make a difference, but I see it in several spots. See, it comes loose real easy. You could use either end of the spoon. It's just so easy, and I just broke it. Look what a dummy. I just broke that, and it was nice. I got a huge one right there. Look at that baby. I'll give that one to David. Hey, but guess what? They do shrink. They shrink up a lot. So, I'm going to put them right there. Now, I didn't put any oil or anything in the bottom of there because I'm going to do something different, and I'll show you. Now, next thing I'm going to do is, those mushrooms, it's not going to take very long for those to cook, okay? So, the thing is when you put them in the oven, they're going to start shrinking up a little bit, and you're really not going to have time if you put vegetables and stuff in it for those to cook. So, here's what I'm going to do. Remember my last recipe? Well, I fixed these up and refrigerated them. Now, I'm going to use them. Just a couple. You don't need much oil in these pots at all. And I'm going to also add a little bit of cooking sherry. I would use Ain't Bees, but I'm going to use the red one. And it's just red cooking wine. And I'm just I got my spoons here. Let me measure it. So, you know, I want you to be able to make these recipes and be inexpensive. Now, let me tell you something. You do not have to put everything that I put in it, okay? I want you to know that. You can put some cheese and bacon bits and a little bit of garlic and you're good to go. But I got some things I want to use up. So, that's the reasoning for it. I don't know if that's enough of either, but we're going to let it go at that. Because I'm going to also do a little bit of minced garlic in there. Well, let me see something here real quick like. Okay, let's get this skillet to heating up here. I'll leave this pot on there. I got a little gadget I'm going to show y'all one day, and it's really neat with celery and that kind of thing. You can get all the strings off of the celery with it. Oh, Brenda's not doing too good today.
Let me do it.
No, I got it finally, honey. Thank you. I appreciate it. I think my back's trying to lock up. My knee swells really bad and I can't breathe. I'm pitiful today. I'm sorry, I don't mean to complain, but you know, this is just an old friendly home show. That's it. That's all. And we're not worried. I'm not worried about anything. I'm letting my skillet heat a little bit. I guess I'm going to cook it in. Well, you know what? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to add the liquid things. And I'm not going to put a lot. I like soy sauce. Soy sauce is like, you know what? It's good with so many different things. It's not even funny. You hear that simmering already? It'll probably dry up before I get the stuff in there. I hope not. Now I turn this on high, but right away turn it down. If you have these kind of pots, you'll know what to do with them. But still yet you just want to simmer your vegetables and cook them some. Now, here's some of the bell peppers. I got a lot there, and I'm going to pile them high, so I'm just going to put some of it in there. There's a big piece. Let's just put them all in there, because if I don't use it all this time, I'm not going to use it after that. So, let's do some onion. This is a sweet onion, and I don't know, everybody's been talking about these onions and not being able to get them. This is not necessarily a Valdelia onion, it's just a sweet onion, and look how big. And all it says on it is just a sweet onion. Look how big, and they're so sweet, they don't even burn you when you're cutting them. Them's the ones I make, those potatoes. I think I'm going to have to put a little more of something in here. Let's do a little more of everything. How about that? Some oil. Some red wine. Just put what you think you need. You don't have to pour it in that recipe. And a little soy again. What's going on there that I keep getting it all over me? Okay, let's just put them onions in there too, because it's a sweet onion. It's not going to hurt anything. And again, you don't have to put none of this stuff in it, okay? You can put some cheese, some garlic, and I just want to use up these vegetables, what of them that I can, because if I don't use them, I'm not going to use them after this. Now, while we're sauteing these, it's already a pretty color and it smells good. It smells real good. I think that it will be okay that what I put in, like, ooh, it's going to be good. Sorry about that. We'll go ahead and put the garlic in there too, because I'm going to put a teaspoon of garlic. I'm going to try to get it without the juice. I'll use the juice in spaghetti or something. That's a healthy teaspoon, and I might try to get a little more out, because sometimes I actually do use cloves, but I like this right here. And I can buy the dry cloves, and when you put them in here, they soften up just like they were fresh. I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of garlic, okay? And it's minced, it's got the juice. I love working with this because it's really good. Whoopsie daisy, I'm awful noisy today. I don't think my David's feeling too good. He's not saying much. Now I'm going to keep stirring these and let them saute real good and get real good and soft, because, like I said, this is going to cook quick. So you don't want, these vegetables are they'll be crunchy. You don't want that. I don't think. I wouldn't, but I want them to be soft. And also, I'm going to do a couple other things here while we're waiting on them vegetables. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to put in here, what else I'm going to put in here. I don't need these anymore. I don't need that. Let me see, I will do that right here now in just a minute. I don't need this anymore. Now, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put together some other stuff. Now look, this right here is in the refrigerator. There's just a little piece left. It's Velveeta. I'm just going to cut it up in little teeny pieces because I'm going to mash it all together. I hope. I maybe should have melted it a little bit more down, but it'll be okay. It's okay. Either way, it'll be okay. I'm always like that. It will work. I'll tell you again, this is just stuff I'm trying to use up. It'll be good. Either way you go about it, it will be good. And the original recipe would probably just be some whatever you want. How about that? Here's what I'm going to do. I've got about a half. It's a half of the cream cheese, the little cream cheese bar. It's half of it. I didn't measure it, but it is half of it. I did measure that. So I'm going to put some of that in that bowl with that Velveeta. I didn't want to do that yet. This right here is some bouillon cube. It's 2 of them. I mashed them up. Sometimes I can find the powdered bouillon in the beef, but I couldn't. I'm going to put that in there. Here's some carrots that are going in. What was I going to do with these? We're going to put them in here. How about that? Let them saute a little bit. This is just a few things of crushed red pepper. Did I put it up? I thought I left it out. Crushed red pepper. Just little flakes. It's not going to be spicy, but it does add a little extra flavor somehow. And I'm just going to put those in there. That was probably not even, maybe a half of an eighth. That's all. Just a little bit. Again, this is not, you put what you want to. I'm cooking these egg rolls and I'm giving you an idea not egg rolls. Sorry, excuse me, forgive me please. Mushrooms. I'm cooking these. I'm using some things that I want to use, and you use whatever you want to. I'm giving you an idea. I'm throwing it out there so that if you do want to stuff some mushrooms, you'll see some things that I put in here that you can do it with. That's very easy. And my vegetables are pretty. They're going to be in that cream cheese. I might need to get the rest of that bar out. I'm not sure yet. Might have to, looking like it, but that's going to melt, and I don't want it to be too runny. But I'm going to put something else in it too. Maybe it'll hold it real nice. Well, I'm messy today. Some of my things I like better than others, you know. I like some things that I got better than others. Like I like this little white one here. It's just awesome. I'll probably use that again, so let's just dry it right there. Okay, I've got some little pieces of mushrooms too, you know, that I had left. Some of these things you pop out of here, you don't have to throw them away. Just cut the outer edge off of it and then chop it up. You can still use it right in your mushrooms. Get them little pieces. Let's throw them in there too while we're thinking about it. Let's turn them over there some so the mushrooms can also do a little cooking here. And what I'm going to do is I will be mixing these. I don't really know. It's been so long. I think these are hot and this is cold. And also, here's some thyme. Thyme makes everything good. I'm going to put about Probably about a half a teaspoon, maybe. It might be too much. I think that's too much. Let's try a fourth of a teaspoon. That ought to work good. Now, I don't think I'll need those again, but anyway, they're there. Put that up. Put this over here on the way. Folks, it snowed on us last night a lot and got up this morning real early and it was real pretty, but then by noontime it was all gone. It was a heavy snow, so it stuck on the trees. It was so pretty. And here is almost April and it's snowing. But I'm not complaining because, believe it or not, that's where the earth gets its vitamins, is from the blanket of snow. But didn't get many vitamins this year so far. I am a pig today. Everything's going everywhere. They're sauteing up here pretty good. I don't want them to be real crunchy, you know. And these pots need to cover it up, so I don't know if I can cover it up. Come on, baby, cook. Okay, while we're doing that, I'm going to go ahead and do this. Oops, sorry. I'm sorry about that. I'm going to put some rice in here. I've got some rice left too, and I want to use some of it. See, that's what I mean. You can use anything. You can use bacon and eggs in those if you want to. So, you know, you can use anything you want to in them. They'll be good. I put just probably, I'm going to say I put 3 tablespoons of rice in here just now. I'm trying to get it all stirred up here, but that cheese don't cooperate too good. And get it mashed around in there. Then I mash it with this spoon. The cream cheese is room temperature, but that other cheese is room temperature too, but it's still not like anything else. It's got a firmy, floppy like texture to it. You know, it's real soft, but it doesn't melt. You know, it's not just going to melt. It'll get down to room temperature, but it won't melt and run, in other words. I'm trying to give this a little bit of power here. I just ain't got it. I'm being a wimp today, sorry. I had to miss church and everything because I just wasn't able. Sometimes when I go to church, I just, you know, I'm fidgeting because something will start my back. My lower back's got degeneration and some dead nerves, so it's, I'll be after a little while fidgeting, and I only can go to one service at a time, not Sunday school and church. I could go to the church service and then the nighttime service, but today it just wasn't a good day for me. The weather does something to you. I don't know what, but it does do something, a barometer change or something, but that's pretty, isn't it? A little bit of carrot in there, and they still feel a little bit crunchy though. I don't know. I'm gonna need a little more olive oil, sorry. I should put some in my little thing there. I don't know. Just pour a little bit in there, it don't matter, whatever you think you might want. Now, I got a surprise thing I'm gonna put in there. 2 surprise things, but I'm sure you've been surprised so far. It's like I said, you can put anything that you want to in there, and it doesn't make any difference. It's going to work. It'll work for you. You can put bacon and eggs. You can put mixed vegetables and cheese, just anything you want to. So I'm putting in some things that I want to put in mine. I'm throwing the idea out there. You really, if you've got mushrooms at home, opposed to losing them and throwing them away, try to find something to stuff them. Even these small ones, they cost a lot. So try to find something just to stuff in them and bake them up there, and they're good. If you've got a slice of American cheese, it'll work just as good. Throw it on top of it. Put something in there and then throw some cheese on it so it'll stay, and you got a mushroom. Okay, I'm just going to let this be that right here. I'm going to turn them off so we can get the rest of this going here. I'm going to make sure I always leave something in the oven. Okay, I'm going to turn that on about 400 and bake this right here. I'm worried. I don't know if I should just wait and let it cool a minute or... I'm going to let them cool just a minute there, folks, and we'll be right back. Okay, now what I'm going to do is something I forgot to do. I'm going to put some salt. You know, I think we might need a little bit of salt anyway for the vegetables. What I've got here is eighth of a teaspoon. I'm not going to put any pepper. We're not that crazy about it anyway, so... I mean, I don't put enough in it, I don't think. I might give it a dash, but I don't put enough in it, I don't think, to make a difference. Plus, I got, ooh, my nose is itching. Ooh, that means company. I'm tired, I don't want no company. Now, my secret thing is going to be, I'm not going to tell you right yet. Well, maybe I will, because I'm going to mix it in. Ha ha ha! Parmesan cheese. Let's give it some healthy. This is a teaspoon and a half. Let's see what that looks like if it's heaping. It's more than a teaspoon and a half if you heap it way up, or it'll be 2 teaspoons and 2 halves. So I'm going to put that in there. It didn't really look like very much, but it should be just enough. Just fine. Okay, I'm going to put some vegetables over in it and see what that looks like. I've got to have enough to do all of those. Let's just pour it on in there. Right? If I have to melt some cream cheese down a little bit to put in there, it won't take but a second. Okay, let me see if I can stir that in a little bit and show you my next thing. Well, I don't know. My next thing is... Now, folks, don't get scared of a recipe like this, because it's like I said, I'm using up some things. That's usually what I'm doing. It's terrible to throw away stuff like that. If there's any way at all you can use it. Now, see, I've just added that in. I just, you know, I bet you I've never made them the same time. It's the same way ever. Not ever. It's like I said, if you like mushrooms, you can put some bacon and egg and cheese, and there you got a mushroom. It doesn't matter what you put in it. Now I got that mixed up pretty good. Looks like. Okay, now, next one. Next thing we're going to add is, I've got a little bit of cheddar left over, okay, so I'm going to use it. I don't want that to mold, and it will, eventually. It will. That ain't pretty good. It's not much, I'm just going to dump it in there. Probably a tablespoon. Probably around a tablespoon, okay? I'm going to use, my biggest thing is I'm going to use a casserole blend of cheese myself. You use whatever kind you want. This has cheddar. It's got American cheese, Monterey Jack, and low moisture mozzarella. I love mozzarella cheese, and this might not even have enough in it for me, but I'm going to go for it anyway. It should be okay. You know what? I think I'm going to put a little bit in here. And then I'm going to add a little bit on top. Okay, how about that? I got something else I'm going to add on top too. Let's get everything out of our way. Okay, let me stir in this cheese. I need a bigger spoon. This thing's killing me. But let me see if I can find something a little bit bigger in here. I don't think that's bigger. How about if I just get one of my spoons? That should work, shouldn't it? I need something with a big handle, and though a couple of them I can use the big handle. See, that's looking pretty messy, but I'm telling you, I got some on my finger and it's really good. Real good. It's going to be good in there too. But I didn't put any oil in the bottom of that pan, okay? I just cleaned my mushrooms real good and dried them and got that, whatever it is out of the gills. I got them out, and so, but I'm going to do something else so mine won't stick to the bottom of that pan. Okay, that looks pretty good to me. Okay, now I'm going to stuff my mushrooms. Okay, now we're ready to stuff some of these babies. I'm going to do the big ones first. Look how big that whopper is. It's going to be so good. And you know your hands are clean. There's nothing nasty about this that you're cooking. You're cooking, you have sometimes this finger stuff, you have to use them fingers. Come on, honey, get up all right. Now you just have to mash it a little bit to get it to lay on there. And now I had a few other little ones left. They're portobellos, or just little ones. And I'm going to also throw a little something inside them. If I got enough here, I'm going to do it. You know, I get in the kitchen and come up with stuff. I don't like to cook when I have to. I like to do it when I want to. And I love getting in here experimenting. Of course, I have to cook dinner and stuff. That's the one I don't want to do. I do this because I want to. It's fun coming up with stuff. It really is. It's fun as long as you can come up with something and not be wasteful. And I'm sorry I preach about wasteful all the time, but this country throws away too much food. And I try not to do that. It's sometimes it's hard and you can't help it, but try not to if you can help. Like I said, those little cork things you pull off of there, you don't have to throw them away. Cut that outside off just a little bit, clean it real good and chop it up, put it right here in your mixture, or just throw it around in here and let it cook. It's the only thing you gotta do. So I didn't keep a couple of them because they seemed kind of hard all the way down, so I didn't keep it. And look at there, this worked out just perfect. I cannot believe it. Down to the last little spoon. I can't believe it. That's awesome. I'm happy about that. Okay, now that stage is done. And okay, now watch this. I'm going to put this cheese on top of them now. This is going to melt real nice. It's going to be good. Yay, bacon bits. It's the soft ones. It's the soft bacon bits. You know, you buy them for a salad. They're going to be, I'm going to put them on here, and they're going, when that cheese melts, it's going to, you can also fry bacon and crumble it up. You don't have to have that. I bought that for salads, but you can fry bacon and crumble it up and put on here. Just make slices and cut it in little strips and lay around on them. Don't matter. I got one more little thing I'm going to do, and I've done washed it. I don't know if I should put it now really or wait a little bit, but I'm just going to go ahead and put it. I'm going to slice this tomato, little chunks. And I'm going to lay a few slices up in each one. This little teeny knife's very sharp, but you need that kind of an edge like that. It cuts tomatoes and stuff real easy. Doesn't that look good, folks? That looks real good, doesn't it? I tell you, I just can't wait to eat them now. They smell good. And it won't take them too long because, you know, I've already sauteed those vegetables. And just the mushroom will wilt down some and melt your cheese and stuff in there and be good. I can't hardly wait to eat them. And this is what I mean. I never have looked in a book to figure out how to do this. I've just done it. I always just do it. I guess, you know, I got a lot of common sense. I'm not too much on book smarts, but I got a lot of common sense. And I was too busy doing, helping my mother with everything to be real good in schoolwork. So thank God for the common sense that I got, but it's paid off. I love doing this kind of thing. But my sweet little mama, she just goes, why do you put all of that? Because, Mommy, I wanted to use it up. You miss a lot of good tasting food. I love taste food. And, you know, maybe it has to do with growing up. We didn't have a lot. I don't know, but I love some good old food. I don't just, you know, I experiment. And David, he was the same way. They didn't have a lot, so even if he doesn't like it, he'll eat it. No, he'll eat it. Okay. Now, last thing I'm going to do, because I did not do nothing on that bottom, I got some brown gravy mix in here. It's 1/4 of a cup, I think. I measured it out of the package that I got it out of. It was 1/4 of a cup. And it calls for 1 cup of water. And I'm going to put that around in the bottom so that my mushrooms will not... Slow down, Brenda. I don't want my mushrooms to stick, and, you know, a little coating of this will just make it better. That's all. Everything makes it better. Everything you add, if you like it, makes it better. Even if you don't like it, it'll still probably make it better. I don't know if I can. I'm going to pour it in right here where I can find holes at. I don't want to take my stuff off of the top. I'm going to pour it where there's holes. And if I have to make some more, I can make some more. I'm going to keep a watch on them because I don't want to burn them. Okay. Now, I don't think I'm going to cover them up. Mash my tomatoes down in there on that cheese a little bit, my bacon bits. How could that not be good? Honestly, how could that not be good? It's gotta be. There's no way it couldn't be good. Okay, folks, I got it on 400. I hope that's not too much. I can't remember. I will remember eventually, but when I'm cooking it, I couldn't remember what I cooked it on. Ovens vary, so you'll have to just see. If you got gas, that gets a lot hotter. And I like the gas a lot better. I don't know, maybe I'll just watch it. I'll watch it and make sure that it's doing okay. Okay, folks, we'll be back in just a minute. I'm going to check this. I just let it cook the amount of time it's supposed to cook, so I'm going to check them. They should be done, honestly. So let's see what we got here.
We got about 30 minutes.
Oh, wow. Yeah, 30 to 45, just depending on how many mushrooms, you know, how big your dish is. You know, I done mine for around 30 to 40 minutes, something like that. I sauteed my vegetables, and then again, it's going to depend on what you put in it as to how long you got to cook it. So if you just had a couple and you put bacon and eggs and cheese, you know that mushroom they wilt pretty quick. And they did wilt a lot. Remember, I didn't have very much room in there to move them around. So now look, I got room. Maybe they're stuck. I don't know. I hope not. Maybe they're gooey. I hope not. Well, we'll get them out of there. I know a way. You let some things cool down a little bit. Oh, they're done though. They're far from being done. Okay. Well, they're done. So let's see what David Hall thinks. Isn't that funny? I called my husband David Hall. It's okay. His name is David Hall. David Hall. Meow. No. Mommy said no, it's too late. You're in for the night. Hush it, buddy, hush it. Y'all hear him? He's my boy. He's my little furry child. I'm going to let him out, I guess. This is going to be really hot, David. You don't have to put the brown gravy in there, okay? You can just spray your pan real good so they won't stick. The brown gravy adds a little extra flavor. This is hot, Dave. It's going to take a minute. Let the boy out because he'll just keep hollering if I don't. Come on, hurry back. Maybe just take half of it, David. It's hot. Real hot. I knew that mouth would open up big. He took every bit of that. Can y'all believe it? Most time he'll just go, oh boy, I'd get a thumbs up. I always like to see them thumbs ups. Yay, good. Well, everybody, it's awfully pretty. The tomatoes looks good melted in that cheese. Looks real nice. Look how big and boy, I'm going to tell you, they look good.
That one's mine.
Now that might look messy, but that's okay because these were smaller. But I don't care. I can get them out. Where's your... Oh. Hey, wait a minute. Look, you need to get your cheese and stuff with it. He wants more already. It's hot, David. It's real hot. You better just come out of the oven so it's hot. And quit smacking, please. Oh, no. Y'all, please forgive him. I'm sorry he's acting like a pig, okay? I'm sorry he smacks when he's chewing bubble gum or anything like he had no raisin. I know his mama tried to raise him good, but you can't help how they turn out. It's hot, isn't it, Mr. Piggy?
Yeah, but it's good.
Well, I'm glad you like it, honey. I'm real glad you like it. So, folks, anyway, he likes it. He gave me a big thumbs up. And as usual, I want to thank you for watching Cooking with Brenda and David. And yes, we are listening. No, don't go back in there. Yes, we are listening. We did put back, he said he put back Appalachian Cooking with Brenda. So, should be there. Now tell all your friends and everybody, come on and watch and give us some thumbs up, some subscriptions. We'll see you soon. Bye.